Hello and welcome. Some naughty barking dogs at my yard. This is a 50 by 55 canvas and I'm going to use some unusual colours, and I found these rings and I think they were used for, I'm not sure, pom-poms or something. I don't know, but I thought I might use them when it's fully dry, of doing some embellishments in them. Not sure yet, but that is the plan. But at the moment, I'll just continue on with thoughts I have in my head. This was one I did a few days ago. It's drying nice. It's actually drying quite shiny. So I must have put some gloss or something in the actual black paint. So I will let that fully dry, and I'm going to sort of do around some of those edges of with the gold. So, but that one should be up for you guys to see anyway, but it's drying beautifully. So on with this one, and I am going to use, which is probably not to many people's liking, is this real kind of, it looks like a metallic avocado or baby poo green with sparkles. I mixed a few colours and I'm not even sure what I added, and this is what came out. But it is actually a lovely colour. Back to this sparkling avocado, I guess I could call it. So I'm going to kind of do my ghost technique, as I've been calling it. I'm just going to leave a little bit spare. I'm just hoping I've got enough to do what I have in mind, but we will see. So it was obviously sort of a sand yellow in there, and I can't even remember what I added to it. Maybe I just added gold. I'm not sure. I did it a few days ago and I thought, I must remember what I added, and I cannot for the life of me, but it certainly wasn't green. So this is definitely like a avocado baby poo green type thing. So see why I call it ghosty. It looks like a ghost technique. Anyway, I'm going to use this. It's called it's either this parchment paper colour or what was it? I can't remember the actual name of it now. But anyway, let's get on with this. I think these colours are going to look okay together. Now, showing you, I've got a new hairdryer. Oh, that I haven't took the thing off it yet. I've plugged it in, but I never took the catch off it. God, I'm going to... It's all this rain we're having here. It's doing my head in. Okay, so this was a a foldable hairdryer, which I always find better to use that way. So I'm going to see if it works like my little Pinky. If not, I will swap over to my Pinky till I get used to this one, or try this one. I've got everything in. So I'm going to put the diffuser on it. I'm going to use it that way. I'm going to use it. I've just reduced that there. So I'm going to use it this way. Really do need to get one of these made specially for blowing paint. I'm only going to put it on the low setting.
Floating rivers upstream, the things that you said. Tell me and be honest. Tell me, did you know that you would be leaving me just like the winter snow? try my best to move on, to let go.
I think that's okay actually. That blowed out quite nicely. So now I can just titivate the edges up with my fingers. I don't have to use a brush or anything. So just worried about that drying a bit, and I haven't got any left of it, so to kind of use it, but I'm going to work that out as we go along. I had this tiny little bit of, and it looks like sort of a plum metallic. It was in an old container, tiny little container, and it kind of looks all right. So I'm going to see if I can do anything with this, because I think that the colour would be pretty good. So I hope it doesn't kind of ruin my whole thing that I want to do. But you know, you have to try these things. Remember, it's only paint. I know paint is expensive, but I always use budget paints. I don't overspend on paints. I'll try not to. Not sure. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to put some of the cream back in there. Be interesting, very interesting. So actually I have another little bit of this is like burnt umber that I added gold to, so it's a really sparkling. Actually it might be that green might be burnt umber, add gold, add something else. I'll have to work it out because this looks very close to it, and I know I only added gold to the burnt umber. I might add a little bit of black in there, will help those blooms, add some definition. This is very runny, so this was meant for a base coat on a previous pour, so oops. I'm gonna go to the metallic copper. Ooh. Do I or don't I? Probably. I've got this, it's like a burnt orange. Am I risking it for a Swisskit? Risk it for a Swisskit. Let's see. These paints are all very thin today, and I don't I think they would work better slightly thicker. And now I just might do it on the first one. This is my Amsterdam Black mixed with just Floetrol. I just want to try it. I'm not particularly after cells in this one, so I suppose I don't really need to use it, but we'll see how it turns out. One with the Australian Floetrol and one with just the black with my pouring medium. Here goes. Wow, don't know about that one. Don't know. Try it with my kind of blue black on it. These won't look like that. I'll pretty them up for sure. much prefer that one. It holds the shape better than when you've got all the cells happening. It's kind of losing its shape a bit. So let's stick with this one. See how we go. But those colours look pretty good. I'll bring you up close and you'll see. Don't leave me yet, because you will be definitely liking the end of this creation better than what you're seeing now. Oh, I've got an itchy nose, a surprise. I've got dripping all my things in this. These little straws find at the discount shop. There's I think they're 3, 4 or 5 in a pack for less than $10, like really cheap. Those are looking pretty. That avocado green is really unusual, but it's actually really nice. Quite like it. Right, now do I balloon kiss with the bigger balloon or the smaller? I can also, I think I'll try the bigger balloon. Let's go for it. Oh, see, that one's all lost its shape. I'll work on them. Maybe oh, that one's completely. Maybe I'll try the smaller balloon. Let's give it a go. They are kind of losing their shape, but the shape that they're turning into is quite interesting. So let's go with this little balloon, and I can just keep working with them. Just work it till you see something that you're really happy with. Ooh, I like it. I could definitely be putting some of these elsewhere, but I won't. Just go out of those now and do the own little, my signature creation. Kind of just helps mop up some of the paint if you overuse the paint, like what I seem to have done this time, sort of. And I think I would use the balloon to fill in some of these areas that I haven't, the edges are going a bit bare. Apparently no in the art world, when you get to see the canvas through your work. That was beautiful. Just really hoping that that dries nicely. I'll bring you down, have a little squizzy at it. Well, it looks lovely, but there is quite a lot of paint on there. And normally the paint will absorb into the canvas really quite well, because obviously I'm in Australia and it's quite warm, but it is also quite humid here. So at the moment it prevents some, drying into the canvas, but I love those. I'm definitely loving that ghost technique, even though I've not ended up keeping much of my sparkling avocado colour, but really like those sort of I don't know what they look like. I don't actually whimsical. Okay, my lovelies, I will, oh, that looks like a bird's eye or a whale coming up out of the water. You see so much in your work, it's amazing. You can stare over it for ages. That's a funny, weird thing right there. Okay, let's the drawing gods be with me. Thank you so much for joining me. And remember, if you're feeling sad, lonely, depressed, please, please, please ring a family member or a friend. If that's not a possibility, there is always a helpline. Always someone there to give a helping hand. Okay, thank you very much. And until tomorrow, bye for now.
To